Today on Crypto Talk, Ethereum crashing and burning. This is just so sick. And John McAfee threatens to harm himself. Yeah, I gotta talk a little about this guy just because. And then finally, there's nothing else. Alright, let's get into this. This is just. Oh, alright. So, just 30 million, nothing big. This, recording. Alright, so this smart contract shit, I'm trying to look at it and figure out right now, but I can't figure it out, but, you can look at the transactions here. Whoa. Alright, they all have the same line of input. And one of them put 1337. This is crazy. This kid just got cocky. Alright, so let's look at these transactions here after looking at this address real quick. So you can see this address, OXB37. This belongs to the hacker. It's got 30 million worth of Ether right now. So, and you can see the 3 internal transactions, the 3 big wallets that were hacked. Multi-sig vulnerability was found. There was 82K. That was the eternity one, and then I guess one of these is the edgeless, and I forget what the third one is. But those were what the wallets belonged to, which were 3 big ICOs. Oh, Swarm City. One of these is also Swarm City. So we got Eternity, that's Eternity. And I'm guessing this is Edgeless, because I think Edgeless was higher valued, and this is Swarm City. So Swarm City actually got hacked 21 hours ago. So this hacker knew this would work at least 22 hours ago. And then for 13 hours while everyone slept, basically, nobody really noticed, because I was on Twitter last night and this was not reported. Well over 21 hours. Less than 21 hours ago. So nobody really noticed until this happened at noontime Eastern. These 2 other wallets got just completely cleaned out. You can see the smart contract that they executed was literally to send every Ether they had to this address, which belongs to who knows. And this is definitely legit. Like, this is a real guy, or girl or group, because you can see they've already moved some money out after they hacked the Swarm City ICO. So this is a couple hours after they sent 20 Ether, and you can see this where it went. It went right to an exchange, Shapeshift, which you can just change it to Bitcoin or whatever there. So now we know. Oh, look, it's labeled as the multi-sig hacker already on Etherscan.io. It is labeled. This is legendary. This is right up there with the DAO hack, because they might have to hard fork this after this. So now you're going to have potentially 3 chains. Absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane. This what's happening right now. So anyway, going back to the internal transactions. All right, we can see 80K Ether, 40K Ether, and 20K Ether. So total of over 150K Ether. 30 million right now, just at market price. And all they've done is touched 20 of that Ether. So like they're just like, oh, we'll just take 20. We'll just take a couple $100 and just leave the rest. See what happens, guys. Like, they could move more to Shapeshift, but they haven't chosen to do so. All right, so let's look at these these transactions, these smart contracts. So this one, well, let's start with the earliest one. So this Swarm City one. So basically, this guy or girl or whoever figured out if they send a contract to Swarm City's ICO address, that it will execute it and transfer 26,000 Ether to them. And you know what it cost them? 0.001 Ether, 25 cents. Not bad, right? And here's the input data right here. You can see how they did it. Like, literally, if you could figure out what to put in this here, you could hack other ICOs potentially that have the same kind of wallet. But I'm guessing this person figured out the three biggest ones to do and did it pretty well. I mean, I don't know though, but you can see the method, the inputs that they use. The first line is exactly the same. Oh, a bunch of O's and then B 376 whatever. That's the same for all three of these. But the line 2 is what's different. So that must be, I don't know how, I have no idea, but that is some data that when executed, for whatever reason, this combination with this address, just boom, gets all the money. And look at the first, on the first contract, it looks like this fourth line doesn't matter in the multi-sig execute input. So they actually put a little calling card right there, 1337. So they're saying this is definitely a hack. We figured this out. You fucked up. You didn't review your code. It's a huge, huge error. So much money was at stake here. This is $30 million. Like, that is just, it's like, that's just so much money, and it's just gone now. Completely unrecoverable unless via hard fork, in which case it'll still be worth something on the alternate chain, because there will be people who probably mine that. There will always be people who want to short everything. So catastrophe. I don't see nothing. No word from Vitalik yet. No word from the head developers. But yeah, this first transaction, it cost him 25 cents. So he actually got smart. He realized it cost him 0.0126021 ether. On the next ones, oh, the price of ether must have dropped because it cost him 0.122 there. Oh no, 0.126. So he actually got a little discount on the second two transactions, especially this, hold on, 8 hours, yeah. The second one was the big one, the eternity one, 82K ether, and it only cost him 24 cents for that one. And again, same input on the first line of the multi-sig, 0 signature is this, and the 1 signature is the key, because I believe they only had 2 owners. I believe these things may have only had 2 owners. So these last 3 lines literally just don't even matter. That's why they're all leading zeros, but maybe they do. Don't quote me on that. I don't know enough about I definitely read through the entire smart contract code of this. I'll bring that up in a moment, but I couldn't find. There's a thing they called a single transaction, I believe, or something, and I couldn't find that in the code. So that must be somewhere else. Must be a pointer to code somewhere else. So I couldn't follow that quite well. But anyway, so let's look here. So again, 24 cents on the second one, and then another 24 cents it cost them on the third one. Same exact gas cost, 58433, 58433, different limit, but it ended up using the same amount of gas. Actual cost 1227. So the miners, this was just a couple minutes apart. The miners were charging the same amount. They charged this guy 24 cents each time to move all this money. So absolutely sick there. Another 44K ether on that last 24 cents. And again, we see he didn't drop any little tidbits in these last two ones. There's just these last 3 lines are just completely blank. So this one has 60, and this one has, or no, they both have 60. This one has a 2 right here and a 1337. That's the only difference. The second line is always all leading O's and then a 60. First line is different on all of them. So again, who knows what this all means? I'm going to look at the smart contract code real quick. Let's just go to the first one, Swarm Cities, because they're all the same. And contract source. Warning, this compiled contract might be susceptible to these low severity bugs. Yeah, well, what about the extreme critical bug, where they just steal all the money? But anyway, yeah, you can see here the multi-sig contract. I believe, see what we're looking, oh, here's event single transact. Is this how did I miss that? Alright, well anyway, you can see all the functions here. I don't see single transact though. I didn't see it earlier either when I went through here. But anyway, here's the thing that calls single transact, which this is what I'm believing is what they did. So execute address to uint value bytes data, and if under the limit, which all these things had a limit of like 1 mil ethers or 100,000 ether or something. Like, why didn't they have a lower daily limit? That could have prevented all of this. That's what I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, so there's execute, and it's just, it calls single transact, and it looks like it just executed that because it was under the limit. But I could not find that single transact function, but you know, who knows. But at the end of the day, with these inputs, that's what this does. It says, here you go. Boom. Transfer 80k ether to you. Boom. Transfer 44k ether to you. So absolutely sick as we look at this. No more activity from the hacker. 8 hours ago was the last activity. Maybe they're sleeping it off, knowing they have 153k ether in their control on this forked chain, as it's already a forked chain, so possibly about to get a lot more forked. We will see what happens. All right, and again, let me just mention also there was another ether hack too. I can't even remember, but basically the hacker just like put his address, somehow he hacked the website and put his address as the ICO address, and it was kind of cool. The guys were like, it was like 8:59 a.m. Hey, we're ready to start the ICO. Here we go. And then like 2 minutes later, our website's been hacked. Do not send any money to the ICO, and like it ended up getting 7 million. But that was a big story until this story of 30 million happened. So like absolutely crazy shit. Who knows? Maybe they'll just roll the chain all the way back to a couple days ago and save both these groups. But again, these people, they keep losing their money and they keep giving it away. Like, why are you even in Ether at this point? Like, it's so fucking crazy. But again, people are just, they just don't know. They don't read, apparently. So, all right. So last topic, let's just talk about John McAfee real quick, because I see people are like getting so pumped up about this. Let's just examine the facts here. He was reportedly in South America or whatever, like doing bath salts. All right, for one, but who knows if that's true? I mean, it's reported by these widespread fucking online magazines. So I mean, already those are controlled by the same arms of the media that control television and stuff. So fake news, like they just, revealing the method means they reveal to you what they're doing and you still accept it. So like when when they came out and said CNN is fake news, they're just admitting that all news is fake news and just revealing what they're doing to you. And it's just like, if you still like even like pay attention to any of that shit, it's just such a complete waste of your time. Like, just focus on yourself, you know what I mean, rather than the news. But anyway, because I saw this was getting a lot of attention by people on Twitter. So John McAfee, his products are in most new laptops in the U. God. His products are in most of the new laptops that are shipped in the U.S. I know because I just got one. And look, from Walmart, boom, McAfee. The software is built into the system. Okay, so I draw the equivalent of that to Bill Gates, where his family was extremely prominent before. Like, everyone's like, oh, he dropped out and started Microsoft, but his father was actually an extremely like high level attorney, like not like a public defender, but like an attorney for like corporations and shit. So like these people are very high level up. So basically, Microsoft was just given to him, and you know they're able to push whatever agendas. You know what I mean? Like, his father was a prominent. Bill Gates' father was a prominent eugenicist, so like he was just like, that's why Bill Gates is now like, oh, we gotta go vaccinate Africa. Like, it's not vaccinations; they're like trying to eliminate people. Like, it's really fucked up. But if you want to look into it more, that's something you can on your own time. But anyway, I'd just draw a comparison with John McAfee because I mean, every fucking computer, Microsoft Windows, boom, has a McAfee antivirus. That's their software. So like these guys are obviously same group of people, i.e. the old guard. Okay, obviously he knows people if his shitty antivirus software is on all these new boxes. So why are we listening to him? His products are a failure. We are the leaders in this space now. We are the only ones who haven't sold out, the only ones with any credibility left. So don't even listen to this clown. He was just trying to get headlines, catch attention, so he could shill Jihan coin anyway. Like this fucking BTCC or whatever, Bitcoin Cash shit. Like, let them do their own thing. We know what is right. We know what works. We know what the core developers support. Like, we know what we're doing. Just don't listen to all the noise, people. Really, just relax. All right. So yeah, I know he made a lot of headlines, but just try to just take take everything with a grain of salt. Even what I say. Don't listen to anyone. Just listen. Just think things out for yourself. Think critically. All right? And maybe you won't get hacked for 153K Ether. All right, boys. That's Crypto Talk. Signing out.